Lighthouses are tall buildings near the sea. They have a bright light at the top. This light helps ships find their way at night and in bad weather. Lighthouses are very important for ships and boats. They keep people safe on the water. Lighthouses are usually built on rocks near the sea or on small islands. They need to be in places where ships can see them easily. The light at the top turns around and around. This makes the light shine in all directions. Ships can see this light from far away, even when it is very dark. People built the first lighthouses a very long time ago. The ancient Greeks and Romans had lighthouses more than 2,000 years ago. The most famous old lighthouse was in Alexandria, Egypt. It was called the Lighthouse of Alexandria. This lighthouse was very tall and beautiful. It was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Sadly, it is not there anymore because earthquakes destroyed it. In the past, people used fire to make light in lighthouses. They burned wood or oil to create a bright flame. Later, people started using candles and oil lamps. These were better than fire because they were safer and easier to control. In the 1800s, people began using gas lights. Gas lights were much brighter than candles or oil lamps. Today, most lighthouses use electric lights. Electric lights are very bright and do not need much care. Some modern lighthouses use LED lights. LED lights use less electricity and last for a long time. This makes them perfect for lighthouses because lighthouse keepers do not need to change them often. The people who take care of lighthouses are called lighthouse keepers. In the past, lighthouse keepers lived in the lighthouse or in a house very close to it. Their job was to keep the light working every night. They had to clean the light, add oil or gas, and make sure everything worked properly. Lighthouse keepers also watched for ships in trouble and helped them when they could. Being a lighthouse keeper was not an easy job. Lighthouse keepers often lived alone or with their families in lonely places. They could not leave their lighthouse for long because the light always needed to work. During storms, their job was very dangerous but also very important. Ships needed the lighthouse light most during bad weather. Today, most lighthouses work automatically. This means they turn on and off by themselves. They do not need lighthouse keepers to live there all the time. Computers and modern technology control the lights. However, some lighthouses still have people who visit them regularly to check that everything is working well. Lighthouses come in different shapes and colors. Most lighthouses are round, but some are square. They can be white, red, black, or have stripes. The different colors and patterns help ships recognize different lighthouses. Each lighthouse looks different, so that ship captains know exactly where they are when they see it. Some lighthouses are very tall, and others are shorter. The tallest lighthouse in the world is in North Carolina, USA. It is 63 meters tall. The shortest lighthouses are only about 10 meters tall. The height depends on where the lighthouse is built. If the lighthouse is on a high cliff, it does not need to be very tall. If it is built near flat land, it needs to be taller so ships can see it. Lighthouses also make sounds to help ships. They have foghorns that make loud noises during foggy weather. When there is fog, ships cannot see the lighthouse light clearly. The foghorn makes a deep, loud sound that ships can hear even when they cannot see. Each lighthouse has its own special sound pattern, just like it has its own light pattern. Many lighthouses are now museums or tourist attractions. People like to visit lighthouses because they're interesting and beautiful. Some old lighthouses have been turned into hotels or restaurants. Visitors can climb to the top and see the beautiful view of the sea. They can also learn about the history of the lighthouse and how it helped ships long ago. Building a lighthouse is not easy. Workers need to build them in difficult places near the sea. The wind and waves make construction very hard. Lighthouses must be very strong because storms and high waves hit them often. They are usually made of stone, brick, or concrete. These materials are strong and can last for many years. Some famous lighthouses around the world are very popular with tourists. The Statue of Liberty in New York was actually a lighthouse for many years. The lighthouse in Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, has black and white stripes and is very famous. In England, the Eddystone Lighthouse is well known because it was very difficult to build on rocks in the sea. Lighthouses have been in many stories, movies, and books. People often think lighthouses are romantic and mysterious. In stories, lighthouses are sometimes haunted or have secrets. Many artists paint pictures of lighthouses because they look beautiful near the sea, especially during sunsets and storms. Modern ships have GPS and other electronic equipment to help them navigate. GPS tells ships exactly where they are using satellites. However, lighthouses are still important. Electronic equipment can break or stop working. When this happens, lighthouses provide a backup way for ships to know where they are. They are also helpful for small boats that may not have expensive electronic equipment. Different countries take care of their lighthouses in different ways. Some countries have government agencies that maintain all lighthouses. Other countries let local communities or private organizations take care of them. Many people volunteer to help maintain lighthouses because they think lighthouses are important parts of history and culture. The future of lighthouses is changing. While they are not as necessary as they were in the past, they still serve important purposes. They help with navigation, serve as historical landmarks, and attract tourists. Many communities work hard to preserve their lighthouses because they are symbols of maritime history and local pride. Lighthouses represent safety, guidance, and hope for people at sea. For hundreds of years, they've been like friendly giants watching over the ocean. They have saved countless lives by guiding ships away from dangerous rocks and shallow water. Even today, when we have modern technology, lighthouses remain important symbols of human efforts to make sea travel safer for everyone.